Okay, well this would have been much more impressive and a bigger wow factor if you had seen all of these in sun patience in this garden bed. So if you could just imagine all of those in there, what few we have left in here, so that the after has a way bigger wow effect for you. You're doing great, Pop. You're doing great. Okay, check out the stump city, sweetheart, that Pop is pulling out of here. We're pulling this out so that we can add some fall-friendly shishi gardenias. No, camellias. Just kidding, camellias. But this ugly stump has been taking up all this space.
Okay, Pip is tilling the soil to break down those nutrients and for easier planting and for finding an insane amount of shooters.
We got to the root.
The root of the problem. And these are the best shoes
To get the dirtiest feet possible.
That's right. Dirt therapy. I am calling it a day. Turned on the sprinklers so that they could water. I'll come out and do a little bit of hand watering just to make sure every spot got touched. And this is the area that we cleared out, that Pippa and I did. And rearranged some items. Calling it a day, but we've got more space for more items, but that's for another day.
Okay, here is another shot of Poppy's post stump removal revival bed project extraordinaire, and here are the planters extraordinaire. And this is just a quick example. We pulled out all this dianthus through here, and this is just a quick example of the impact of working with what you already have. So we just move this here, and then watch, we're going to just add some in really quickly. Okay.
All right. So we pulled these out of Pippa's garden, and we're going to replant them.
Why did we pull them out? Because one of us loves the smell of them, and the other one of us gags every time she smells it.
And so I love the smell of lantana. And so these are actually 3 very grown lantanas, root ball systems. I'm soaking them in root stimulator before I plant them in this spot right here. And it looks like a very small spot, but it's just a spot that I want to, it is small, but they'll be great fillers. I'm going to mix them in with, going to add a little bit more soil, mushroom compost, and landscaper mix. Location for our lantana, because the last location doesn't have enough light after we discussed it. So we're going to pull this beautiful ground cover that I forgot the name of, and we're going to pull it up, and we're going to put the lantana in this location so that it waterfalls. Have a camellia that I purchased at Lowe's in their clearance section. I'm soaking it in root stimulator, and I'm going to plant it. So this is Monrovia Taylor's Perfection Camellia. It was originally $56.98, but it was in the clearance section at Lowe's. Came in this, I believe that's a 3-gallon container. And I'm going to pot it in a pot like I did the other camellia I purchased, because I am not ready to commit the exact location that I want this camellia. So for the moment, it's gonna stay in a pot. Let me show you the pot that I'm getting it ready for. It's right here. I have a mixture of mushroom compost that I got from a local nursery, as well as potting soil. This combination, because it is going to be in a pot, planted in a pot, I want it to have that little mushroom compost to allow it to retain some water. All right, I took this gardenia that I bought at Sam's Club this past spring that looked beautiful. I brought it from Pippa's garden because it was just not doing very well. It got attacked by moon bugs and it's to the brink of death. But she said I could toss it. I just cannot give up on it because I feel like there's some hope in it. So I'm gonna pot it, repot it, some new soil, a totally different container. I'm gonna move it from the other side of the garden that I had it at. And I just have this feeling that if I move it right here between these two, call me crazy, but I just feel like they'll talk to one another and they know that they have potential. And let's see how it goes. So as you can see, I have a whole bunch of pots that I bought. I typically buy quite a few because sometimes when I'm at the store I have a vision, but I don't know if that vision will go with what I imagine exactly in the garden. So right here in the front door I have a plant already planted. I have some extra, some asters, some blue days, and oh gosh, I forgot the name of these. Louveria, blue-eyed Libelia, and some other things that I pulled up from the garden. They look dead, but you can always bring these back to life. They just need a little bit of tender love and care. And I'm gonna make a pot, so you'll make one with me. Reminder, a lot of pots don't have holes. They do have locations for you to make holes. I'm gonna use a drill to make a hole. It's good if you're on a stable surface. Oops, well that one broke quickly. But I don't always just leave the one hole, I make several. That way I know I get properly drained container. And let's make a container.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna do some potting soil. To that, I am going to add some mushroom compost that I have right here. I get this mushroom compost from my local nursery. I'm going to mix this up quite a bit. Mushroom compost is very good for potted plants because it helps retain some of that moisture that those plants will need, especially in this heat in the south. You can water them once in the morning and once in the evening, but they will lose a lot of heat through, they will lose a lot of moisture through the heat, evaporation of the heat. So for this one, I think I'm going to do some, I have some baby zinnias that I've soaked already in the root stimulator. One, two. It is fall, so I'm going to do a little bit of fall colors with these pretty colors right here, the orange and yellow, and this mini zinnia is a multicolor zinnia, so different colors come out. And I thought it would be pretty to do this blue lobelia. It's been soaked in the root stimulator. I'm going to do a couple so that it waterfalls. I think it'll look really pretty. Will grow out, but you know what? What's one more zinnia? Because I have extras. Squeeze it. This container's not weird. Thinking got too many things in there. I understand, but that's how I wanted it to look, very full. On top of that, I'm going to add some of these landscape mix. And this is a little bit of mulch that's been really finely mulched. I do it at the top, that way it helps from the water. Oops. And I spilled some on the floor, so I will go ahead and grab it from the floor. Gardening is a messy situation.
Done for the day, friends. Have some astrid that I was able to plant. Came from Pippa's garden. I have two. Try to help her out with nursing back this hibiscus that just was not doing well in her garden, and trying to see if it just wants a different spot. Sometimes some things just need a little bit of a different spot for encouragement. Put in some more coreopsis, some zinnias. They're not looking as good right now, but give it a day or so, they're gonna look good. And we've got some mandevilla, my other zinnias that are doing well. I put this plant in as a filler. I have to say, do not know the name of it, but hoping that it's revived a little bit. The heat here has been quite intense. Some of the items that I took out from the garden, I was able to make some planters to put at the front door. Add some extra zinnias and caladiums. Not quite sure if this is the exact spot for those camellias to go, so they went into a pot, and I just could not let go of that gardenia. I still believe in it. I think it has a little bit of life left. As you can see, this garden has had a lot of movement and location change of items, but I'm gonna try to revive that gardenia from Pippa's garden as well. Also the rose bush, some lantana that looks dead, but have faith because it's gonna grow. Here are some other items that we're trying to revive from Pippa's garden.